Hey guys, and welcome back to Itty Bitty Tractor Works. As I think back on why did I buy this tractor in the first place, I keep coming back to one specific event that kind of started it all. Back in September of 2021, Hurricane Ida hit the state of Louisiana as a devastating Category 4 hurricane. And for me, it was the first major hurricane that I got to see hit close to home. It was the first major hurricane that I got to see since moving to Florida. And shortly after impact, our church put together a relief effort with a goal to assist the people in the affected area, and it asked for volunteers to help with that. My father-in-law put together a small team of people from our church, from our congregation, and we ended up packing up a few trucks and trailers worth of gear, chainsaws, and other equipment. Ended up making a trip to Louisiana. Spent a few days there helping with the storm cleanup. It was amazing to see just the power that this hurricane had. It brought amazing amount of destruction. It brought a lot of suffering to the area. But it was also very rewarding and very enjoyable to be a part of the solution and to be in a position to lend a hand to people in need, in their time of need. And that it was a very powerful experience, very interesting. I was very grateful to be a part of that team. And one of the gentlemen that came with us to do the storm cleanup actually ended up towing his Branson 35 horsepower tractor with a grapple all the way to that project to assist with the cleanup. And that alone, that machine ended up multiplying the amount of work we were able to do. It was while a lot of us ran chainsaws, the gentleman that brought the tractor was able to remove a lot of large debris. We were able to not only get to more projects and accomplish more projects in the short period of time we were there, but we were also able to tackle larger projects that other crews and other people were not able to get to because they didn't have that equipment. And since that day, I remember just thinking, if I could make it work financially, I would love to buy a tractor. And it took me 9 months after that to come up with a plan on how to afford a tractor and how to fit it into our family budget, as well as to find the right model, because it was in the middle of the pandemic and all the supply chain craziness. But ultimately, I ended up buying this tractor, and this was the event that kind of started me on this whole tractor journey. Well, now fast forward to today, I got a call from my father-in-law who informed me that we have a mutual friend that had a tree that fallen in their backyard, and he wanted to know if I'd be able to bring my tractor and help him to get it cleaned up. And I said, absolutely. See, this is exactly why I bought the tractor in the first place. As fun as it is to do jobs for other people and to do some little projects on the weekends and to work on our own homestead. But this was really the reason why I got it, because I wanted to have the tools and be able to help people in their time of need. So I ended up driving the tractor over. It was only a couple miles away from the house, and I got there and went straight to work. As you can see here, we end up using the grapple as a makeshift lift. I would definitely not recommend anybody repeating what you see here. It's me lifting up my father-in-law up close to the tree with the grapple. It's not the safest thing to do. So definitely don't do as I do. But it ended up working out for us, and it ended up being fully extended. Front end loader was just high enough that my father-in-law was able to reach most of the limbs. But as you can see, the part that kind of complicated things is This tree, when it fell on top of a shed, and it also, where my father-in-law is right now, he's actually is over the neighbor's fence. So the trick was to try to do this removal, to do this tree cleanup without damaging or making any additional damage to the fence or to the shed. The goal here was to basically chop up this part that overhangs over the neighbor's fence in as small of a pieces as possible to minimize the damage if something did fall the wrong way. Once again, I can't emphasize it enough. Don't do this. This is not, this is not ideal use of a grapple. This is not safe, and definitely don't do this in your application. But it worked for us, and honestly, out of all the sketchy things my father-in-law does, this was not anywhere close to the top of the list. So anyway, ended up working out. Nobody got hurt, and all was well. As you see now, with the majority of the overhang gone, me, my brother-in-law, and my father-in-law climbed up on top of the shed. And basically, as my father-in-law cut up the wood into manageable pieces, me and my brother-in-law kind of just managed them and threw them off to the side. We wanted to make sure that this did not. We want to make sure we didn't further damage the shed. And we also want to make sure that this wood did not fall in the wrong place and damage something or somebody. And with the majority of the tree removed off of the shed, my wife jumped on the tractor and she ended up kind of picking it up and moving it off of the shed, where we were basically left with just the stump portion of the tree to manage. To my surprise, we were actually able, this little 25 horsepower tractor was able to pick up this whole stump and dig it out of the ground. My father-in-law, as you'll see, had to trim some of the bigger roots, but really for the most part, I mean, the tractor really pushed it out with no problem, and I was very, very surprised how easy it was. This is actually a very big, very large stump. This front end loader on my tractor is able to lift, I believe it's a little over 1,600 pounds of breakout force. which is meaning lifting up something just off the ground, and I wasn't really able to even do that with this stump. So it was, you know, with the stump, with all the roots and the dirt that was attached to it, my guess is probably closer to 2,000 pounds. Over here, my pack wheel is actually lifted off the ground, which is just shows you how much weight is in that stump. But we're able to manage it and kind of drag it on the ground and move it off to the side of the property, and it all worked out well. I'd end up going back and using the gravel to kind of backfill some of the dirt back into the hole, and the result was pretty good. I think it ended up being a very nice project. You know, could this be done without a tractor? Yes, absolutely. But it would require a lot more manual labor, and we wouldn't be able to pull out the stump at the end. And but it was a good, fun project. It felt good to be able to help somebody, a friend in need. And this is me just driving home and parking the tractor for the day. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoy sharing these videos here on YouTube, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys find this video helpful or entertaining, please hit the subscribe button, and it really helps the channel and lets me know that to keep making more videos. So hope everybody is having a wonderful summer, and I will talk to you guys soon. See you in the next video. Bye bye.